Hello and welcome to Sterling Tuition's question tutorial. Now this one here is this thing that I actually learned from a child whenever we're doing volume one day, and it sort of dawned on me actually that would be much easier. So basically long division can be something that's very tricky. Sometimes you get questions where you need to divide by 24 or bigger numbers. So basically I don't really know my 24 times tables, which is what you need to know to divide it in. So what we actually do is we think instead of dividing by 24, but we think of two numbers that multiply together to make 24 and divide by those two numbers instead. So here with 24, you could have 4 and 6, you could have 2 and 12, you could even have 3 and 8. So what I need to do is I need to choose one of these, which is the easiest combination to divide by. I like 4 and 6. I could do 3 and 8, but 4 and 6 is something I'm comfortable with. So instead of dividing by 24, I'm actually going to divide by 4, and then I'm going to divide by 6, which is the same as dividing by 24. So you're basically splitting it into 4 parts, and then you're splitting that answer into 6 parts, and it's the same as splitting the answer into 24 parts. So now I'm going to do it here. So I'll divide by 4 first. So 4 into 7,656. So 4 into 7 goes one time, carry the 3, 9 goes once, carry the 1, and then 4. Now this is where you got to be careful. You don't divide 6 into the same number, you divide 6 into the answer that you get. So it's easy to just do a division sign on top of that, and now I'm dividing by the 6. So I've divided by 4, now I divide by the 6. So 6 into 1 doesn't go, 6 into 19 goes 3 times, carry the 1, 6 into 11 goes once, carry the 5, and then 6 into 54 would be 9. So we've got 24 into 7,656. The answer would be 319. Okay, so it just makes life a lot easier when you, instead of multiplying by the big number, think of two numbers that multiply together to make that and divide by those two numbers. So do another couple of examples. So we've got 7,965 divided by 45. So I'm going to divide instead by 45. I'm going to divide by 9, and then I'm going to divide by 5, or 5 and 9. Doesn't matter which way around, but it has to be two numbers that multiply together to make the number that you're dividing by. So 7,965. I'm going to divide. Actually, I'll divide by 5. I prefer dividing by 5 first. So goes in once. Carry the 2, goes in 5 times, carry the 4, 9 times, carry the 1, and then 3. Now I take the answer that I've got and I divide it by 9 now. 9 into 1 doesn't go, 15 goes once, 69 goes, let me think, 7 times, and then carry the 6, and then 7 times again. So 45 into 7,965, 177. So if you want to have a go at a couple more of these, I'm going to go through them. So if you want to pause the video and see if you can do these, and then I'll talk you through them. So with this one, 44, I'm going to split it up into divide by 11 and then divide by 4. Now it's still 2 digits, but dividing by 11 is very easy. So we'll do 7,788. I'm going to divide by 11 first. Just by the look of these numbers, I think it'll be easier. 11 into 7 doesn't go. 11 into 77, 7 times. And then 8 goes 0, and then 88 goes 8. Now I take this answer, 708, and I divide it by the 4. So I'll put my 4, goes once, and then into 38 goes 7, and then carry the 2, and then it goes in 4 times. So that'll be 174. So again, if you want to pause, and then I'll go through it. So 16, simply divide by 4. Divide by 4 is what I'm going to do. So 284,000. Actually, what is it? 28,000, sorry. 464. And then I'm going to divide by 4 first. 4 goes 0, goes 7, goes once, goes 6. And then divide by 4 again. So we've got our 4 into 7 goes once. And then it goes 7, carry the 3, and then 7 again, and then I carry another 3, and then 9. So we've got 1,779. Let's do a couple more. So we've got 15 dividing by. So what two numbers multiply to make 15? Well, I could divide by 3, and I could divide by 5. 3 5s are 15. So 74,505. We'll divide by the 5 first. Doesn't matter which way around, but I know 5's easier. So 5 into 7 once, 24, goes 4 times 4, 9, and then 0 and 1. and then we need to just divide by 3. Go 0. Carry the 1 will be 4. 2, that will be 9 times. Carry the 2. 15, 18 is 6 times, and then carry the 2, which will be 7. So we've got 4,967 as the answer. Now 63, I'm going to divide by 9 and then divide by 7, because 9 sevens are 63. So 34,524 divided by, which we'll do first, do 9 first. 9 into 3 doesn't go. 9 to 34 goes 3 times, which is 27, and then carry the 7. Goes in 8 times, carry the 3. Goes in 3 times, carry the 5, and then 9 into 54 goes 6. So 3,836. And then the last two here, I don't have much space below, so I'll do it above. So 25, this is one that comes up every now and again. We need to divide by 25, so 5 5s are 25, so divide by 5. Divide by 5 is the same as dividing by 25. So we'll do it up here. We'll do 666,050. And I'm going to divide by 5 first. It goes once, goes 3 times, it goes 3 times again, and then twice, once, 0. And now all I need to do is divide by 5 again. So then 5 doesn't go, goes twice, 3 times 6, 3 times 6, twice, 4, 1, 2. And we got our answer of 26,642. And the final one, so 48. So this time, 2 numbers that multiply together make this. You could do 4 and 12. I'm going to do 6 and 8. Just to know my 6 and my 8 times table is slightly better than my 12. So I'm going to divide by 8 first. Actually, 6 first, because 54 and no 6 goes into that. So 540,096 divided by 6 first. Doesn't go, goes 9 times, 0, 0 once, and then 6. And then finish it off by dividing by the 8. 8 and the 0 doesn't go, 8 and the 9 once, carry the 1, goes once, carry the 2, goes twice, carry the 4, goes 5 times, carry the 1, and then goes twice. So you would have your answer there of 11,252. So that is a really, really useful skill. It's something I've taught kids even up to GCSEs how to do if they're struggling with their long division. The problem arises if you're dividing by 13, or a prime number basically, because you can only think of 2 numbers that multiply together, but lots of times you can split the number up into 2 other nicer numbers to get your answer. So hopefully that's useful. And that is the video tutorial from Sterling Tuition.